Okay, welcome into Tunes Brothers. Little unannounced special thing with the three of us that enjoy things that aren't heavy metal all the time. We've got Down Under Dave. We've got Darren. Check out his merch there of Tunes Brothers and other stuff. I think he's even got some adult toys if you're interested in that.
None of those.
What do we got going on, Dave?
So I'm afraid that we're the adult toys. That's the problem. As you know, we did Ghost a while back, and Rob was less than complimentary to the band. But since then, Darren has brainwashed him a little bit, and he's become a little bit of a ghost.
Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
I don't think it was brainwashing. He couldn't get away, though. I mean, we were in a car headed back from the AMP concert, the Adam Music Project. So we were driving from Wisconsin back to Minneapolis, and he couldn't get anywhere. So I just made sure I played pretty much everything from him, and surprisingly, he liked it.
He didn't get out the car, which is really good.
Exactly.
Well, I know from past conversations with Rob that, Call Me Little Sunshine and Rats, Lacrima and Dance Macabre have become 4 of his all-time favorite songs. So
if those 4 were all on the same album, that would be up there with like one of the greatest albums of all time.
That would be a damn good album.
I think a couple of them are on the same album. But I mean, all their albums have got that kind of music on it there, and there's some little bit of different stuff on there as well. They do have some heavier stuff, but in general, that's what you get. But tonight I thought we'd have a look at the EP they did, the 7 inches of Satanic Panic, which was
what's the 7 inch referring to? Because there's only one thing that comes to mind.
7-inch vinyl. So it's like a vinyl single, right? So normally your standard size or full size 12-inch disc. So
what's a 45?
7 inch.
7 inches.
That's a 7 inch. 45 is 7 inch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So that's the references of 7 inches is from the
So he's
side.
not making reference to his 7-inch leather heels.
No.
Okay.
No. But I suppose, I think they have a lot of that kind of lyric anyway, so you can take it as you want it. But so this is, according to Ghost's fictional backstory, this was meant to have been released in 1969 in the first incarnation of the band, and then remastered.
Fictionally
1969, yes. But remastered in 2019. The single originally just had the 2 songs on it, which were Kiss the Goat, or the Go-Goat.
Kiss
and
the Goat.
Cross. The Go-Goat.
The Go-Goat.
The Go-Goat.
Not the Go-Go's.
No.
Okay.
And Mary on a Cross. And then the online version included the song, The Future is a Foreign Land.
So this kind of like the music vision of found footage movies is what they're going for. Like this was recorded in 69 and we just brushed it out from a vault somewhere and
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you get a lot of this with the Ghost lore. So so it does have that sort of 60s feel to it. But I've seen Kiss the Go-Goat live and I've seen Mary on a Cross live. I haven't watched these videos, but from what I've seen, all 3 videos lean into each other.
So there's okay. I thought we were just listening to songs. Cool. There's video.
Yeah, there's some videos for it. So they all lean into each other. So it follows the theme and the story goes with it. So yeah, I think it should be all right.
Cool.
Oh, let's let her roll.
Let her roll.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, we have the first one, which is Kiss the Go-Goat.
I just don't understand why we waste our time on this.
What's the fascination with this cardinal anyway? He was nominated for 2 Grammys, did not get 1.
You're not getting the big picture, Papa.
Why can't I have another chance?
Do I have to remind you what happened last time?
Jackson is jailed here. It is expected that he will be charged in the fake murder.
Don't even try to question why I left you. You should be happy that I'm here now. And believe me, I know what I'm doing.
Sister, what do you think about a re-release for the 50th anniversary? I'm really pushing it, aren't I?
What do you
You're on
think,
mute,
Rob?
Rob. Mute.
Sorry, I didn't know if the music was going to echo through the microphone. That has a definite vibe of Dance Corn on the Cob, right?
Dance macabre a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, so what time frame was this actually? Obviously not 69.
No, 2019.
2019, yeah.
2019.
So I think Dance Macabre was sort of meant to be like the meeting of those two at the beginning. So this is a bit of a follow-on from that.
Okay, I'm a bit slow now. So the guy with the 70s horrific haircut singing in the video was the elder
Yes.
Pope dude in his youth.
Yep.
Yes.
Can I also say it wouldn't be a Toons Brothers video where I am present without me ripping something. You fuckers from the 60s, you might have the dumbest dance fucking move ever with that stupid fucking eye thing. It is absolutely retarded. Does anybody even know what the fuck it's meant to mean? It's just I couldn't get past this dumb bitch. I'm like, do you know any other dance moves? And then she started this thing, and I'm thinking, man, 60s was terrible, but it was a cool fucking song. I don't quite know what Satan and Lucifer has to do with the guy who wants to do her too, unless he's talking Satan or Lucifer.
Yes, that's
Okay,
what he
got it.
means. Is that
Okay.
it takes two, and Lucifer and
Luckily,
Satan wants
yeah.
to do her too.
Perfect. That's outstanding. It was actually, like I said, it was right there with that type of music that I like of his. So
Yeah, it's
aces
got
for
that
me.
catchy hook to it in the chorus.
It does. I mean, at first I wasn't. No, the first few moments of it, I wasn't sold, but as it kept going, I really, really enjoyed it.
And props to him for getting the hairstyle right. I mean, Jesus Christ. It reminded me immediately of House of a Thousand Corpses with the dope that was on Office eventually. and his buddy with the stupid almost save the bowl for your next haircut.
Right.
Yeah, just horrible. Everything about the 60s was ugly and horrible, wasn't it? Jesus Christ.
Hey, I was born in the 60s. I'm a baby boomer.
Yeah.
Last year,
All right.
the baby boomers I was born in.
So what did you gentlemen think?
Obviously, I know the song.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I mean, I
heard the
didn't know it.
song, seen it. Well, because I've got it. It's on the live version, which is really good as well. But I said, right, I won't watch the video clip of it. I want to see. I'll wait so we can do the video clip together. So
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't familiar with that one. This next song, which I believe is Mary on a Cross, I'm familiar with that one. That was a huge song for them.
Isn't there already like in a religious song called it's Mary Did You Know? That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind. Okay.
So I wasn't familiar with this song, and unlike the rest of you, I mean, I watched some videos as a kid or as a youth, but I know I know you and Lewis are really, I mean, and Scott for that matter, that you guys know videos. I rarely watch the videos.
Well, you grew up in Mayberry, right? They didn't even have 3 channels there yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, it was, I really enjoyed the song, but for me, I think the video is what really made it. I mean, yes.
yeah.
How about the Savage cigarette eye shot? That was fucking. I'm glad I wasn't drinking something at the time. That was fucking fantastic.
Hey, don't look at my man.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got next? You said Mary on a Cross?
Mary on a Cross is next, and I know from the thumbnail this is an animated video. So,
all right.
So this follows on from that one we just saw.
Oh, you got to bring it up.
Yeah, I got to bring it up. I'll bring it
All
up.
right.
We were speeding together down the dark avenues. But besides of the stardom, all we got was blue. of the Bloody Mary, Mariana, Mariana. You go down just like Holy Mary, Mariana, Mariana Cross. Your beauty never ever scared me, Mariana, Mariana Cross. If you choose to run away with me, I will tickle you internally, and I see nothing wrong with
Okay, so to clear things up, since I'm called racist for saying chalupa and quesadilla, I am not a Satanist. It's my understanding neither is this gentleman, but he definitely pushes the fucking envelope. I'm just curious how much hatred I'm going to get for the sacrilege of Mariana Cross on top of a pentagram. And what's the tie with Hollywood here in this video, other than the fact that we all know Hollywood's like the most corrupt, satanic fucking thing on the planet? They had her on the cross in the Hollywood sign, and then the tourist bus pulling out from the hotel afterwards. Obviously, he's trying to get some point across with Hollywood. Do you guys get it?
No.
I know what you mean, yeah. But I think maybe he does have that, idea that Hollywood is a bit of a devil's playground as such. So
Tell you what, it's a catchy fucking song though, man. And again, these two songs sound they could have been on the same album, whichever one had Dance on the Cob. Yeah.
Well, you see in the video, he's got the eye.
Okay.
She gave him that eye in Dance Macabre, remember? She goes, like.
Okay. So yeah, and not that I'm saying all his music, but most bands, you could tell, right? A song off Creatures, if you're listening to Rock and Roll Over, you're going to say, this don't fit the album. I'm just saying these two songs fit very well into that sound that I liked. And again, another great, and I love the female coming in at the end. Scotty made it that much more special of a chorus. I'm impressed. And I don't know if Darren played me these songs again.
No,
I listened to these to everything Darren played one time in real time, so I don't remember any. But I remember it was a very fucking enjoyable 2-hour drive. So
these aren't on an album at all. These were just on the EP.
Yeah, okay. Those three are just, and I didn't play anything off of this. If I had it, the only one I would have been familiar with is Mariana Cross, and I have always liked it. I mean, I think it's a great, catchy tune.
Yeah.
But so Prequel, the album that has Dance Macabre, came out a year before this did. So these three songs may have very well have been songs that didn't make the cut for for this EP.
Which would be hard to believe.
Correct. I don't know. Yes. How catchy those first two are. Like I said, and I've heard Mariana Cross, and that was a big hit for them, right?
So you guys
I think it went viral on TikTok. Someone cut.
Well, I kept waiting for the Scooby Gang to come in, right? It's
Scooby Doo written all over it, isn't it?
Yeah, it did. So what album was Dance Macabre on?
Prequel.
Okay, you guys both know that well.
Yes.
Okay, is that loaded with songs as good or better than this? That these would have not made the album?
Well, so that one has Ashes, Rats, Dance Macabre, Witch Image, Life Eternal.
Okay.
Great song, Life Eternal.
Okay. So,
Faith,
I mean, yes.
Faith is a great song too.
Yes. I mean,
so
that
EP released, say they released Prequel, and then they released this, and then they released another album, or is this something like came out like on a box set years later?
Yeah, well, it did come out in a box because I've got it in a box set.
But I mean, was it released on purpose in order with the album listings, or was this an
I believe these were written after the prequel album. And
but not,
it was meant
but
to,
I mean, were they put out in real time as they were written? They were put out as an EP, or was this an after?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
No, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the EP's name is 7 Inches of Satanic Panic.
Okay.
I'd show it to you, but I'd have to crack the seal on my box set. So.
Oh, God forbid.
And I haven't done that yet. So.
Yeah, I liked it. I'll say this: these two songs are very enjoyable, but they're not as catchy as the 4 that I absolutely love. But nobody's going to have every song be that. Right. I mean, but both of these songs I would have no trouble having on a Ghost playlist at all. No trouble.
I would agree.
Yes, and there's something about his voice, isn't there? Like it's not a Paul Stanley voice, but
I can't. Like I said a million times, it's not like he's Michael Sweet or Paul Stanley or some of these great, powerful vocalists. There's something unique and hypnotic about his voice, and I cannot describe it other than I just really fucking like it.
And that's all you need to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to the final one. The Future is a Foreign Land. So I believe this wasn't originally on the single. They added it to the online version.
Okay.
So this was only available for streaming at the time.
From now, I know it feels remote, but picture it somehow in your head. It's 1984 and knocking on your door. It's a brown shirt Stasi card. Boom, you're gone. And in the blood of the the good ones get shot, and in the absence of sympathies, won't you hear me out? When it all burns down, when it all burns down, I will hold you close for the minute. Yeah, I'll hold you for the minute it takes. 55 years from now, I know it sounds insane. A dark fascist regime might be gone. Oh, if you by then have forgiven me. When push comes to shove, we don't have to be enemies. Won't you hear me out? When it all burns down, when it all burns down, I will hold you close for the minute, for the minute. When it all burns down, and the flames devour everything that we are, I will hold you for the minute. I will hold you for the minute it takes. With these words at hand, the future is a foreign land, so let us pray for more. In 2024, we could grow old together. We could love one another, and there will from them be peace forevermore. Peace forevermore. But if it all burns down,
that it?
It,
All right. Now this has a 70s vibe to it for me, musically. Don't
Mama's
I'm not,
Papa's. I
I'm
think
not
60s,
saying it.
70s.
Yeah, I'm not saying it sounded like the Partridge Family, but that type of 70s music, musically.
Yeah.
A couple of things that stood out. I think at one point he said 1984. And then fast forward to 2024 with floating cities and fucking flying cars.
and that's what we used to think back in the 70s.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what so
like.
many people thought back then that it would be like, right?
But I also think there's definitely imagery from the book / movie 1984, George Orwell.
I've never seen that.
So that there's that part where it shows like the eye right on the big tower that's watching everything. That's definitely from Big Brother situation in George Orwell, or 1984, where Big Brother.
No, just roughly. I don't expect you to know the answer exactly. His vision for that movie. When did that movie actually come out? Was he predicting something decades later, or did it come out around 80s?
I reckon it was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, let me.
Movie. Well, you figure it out. Let me just say another fact. This fucking band, man, is just soothing. That's the best way I can put it. It ain't always throw your head in the air and headbang, Scott. It's very melodic and easy to listen to and relaxing for me, especially when he gets that female involved. And I'm sure it's a different female at different times or whatever, but it combines everything I like about all kinds of different genres of music. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much for 2 hours, especially on a night drive back with Darren. I'm like, man, this is just mostly chill music, right? I just fucking like it.
So it was actually released October 10th, 1984.
Oh, it was. Okay.
But the book was, when was the book released?
Because didn't the Eurythmics have a song on that soundtrack?
I guess I should see the movie. I've never seen it.
So the book was...
I haven't seen it either, so you're not... It was actually, we had a twin drive-in, and it was playing at the next drive-in. I think I went and saw something.
The book was published June 8th, 1949.
What's that?
The book was published in 1949, the same year you were born, Rob.
Which was, at least it was after Louis.
Yeah. So the vision for the movie actually was decades beforehand. They just made it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that he definitely wasn't like predicting, but it was something that he, obviously that he wrote about happening in 1984.
Didn't he and Orson Welles have a kind of Simon and Garfunkel band in the 40s as well?
Doubt it.
I would like to say though, my childhood me would like to say, where are our flying cars?
Yeah, it's possible, right? But can you imagine the clusterfuck of accidents now when you crash, you just drop, 20 feet to the ground for instant death.
Save a lot of hospitals getting full, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I liked it. Again, all three of these songs are great listens. Right now, I still have the chorus for Mary on a Cross going through my head. So that clearly is my favorite, but I enjoyed all three of these songs. I'm not big with the animation type stuff, but at least it's telling a story that you don't have to be privy to, inside knowledge to figure out what the fuck's going on.
I would like to have seen Shaggy or Scooby-Doo in one of them, but
yeah, I mean, would it have killed him to have, Velma or somebody pop in there real quick?
Copyright might get them, but
yeah. Well.
Look, I just thought you might enjoy them. And I'm glad you do, because like I said, I kicked myself because I discovered this band this year, and I said that was from see them popping up on my YouTube and just seeing the vision. I just thought.
And let's not forget how in touch with, what really matters. That what's the guy's name from Ghost, the singer?
Tobias.
I mean, to have the wherewithal to make sure DEI was represented with the token black guy being the driver of the limo.
Well, I suppose that was back in the 80s. That's what they did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was
Very
that black guy once.
I'm very, very glad that I talked you guys to get past that Dance Macabre video and experience what the band is really about.
Yeah.
That moment will live in my mind forever. Because I was thinking, what about the song? Like, no, I couldn't even listen to the song. I can't get past those gay dancers.
Yeah, and I did find myself cracking up on this video because I know the goat head's supposed to be evil, but the background singers being 3 to 4 goats looks hilarious to me when they're all like sharing a mic screen or whatever the hell. It's like, what the fuck? That's the furthest thing from scary.
I do like their new look.
New look.
You know, with his half mask now that he's got, so you can see.
I love his new look better than anything I've seen. That Lacrima video is such a badass mask that he's got on. I absolutely love that.
Do you? Yeah, obviously you've listened to Skeletor, haven't you, Darren?
Yes.
What are your standout tracks from that one?
Oh God. Besides Lacrima, you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw a blank on the name of it, but it's the final track on the album.
Yeah. Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's one of everybody's favorites, I think.
Skeletor. So I do like Peacefield, the opening track. Satanized it's growing on me. It wasn't my favorite to start with.
It's a great video.
Massilia Amori, the Love Rockets is a good tune.
Love Rockets, yeah. That's
Mark's
Def
the
Leppard.
Evil One, Umbra.
Okay, we need to make this a thing, the three of us that appreciate Ghost, because I'm just sitting here in the dark with everything you guys are saying.
Yep. All right. We'll do another Ghost one. I played Rob Ghost's cover of We Don't Need Another Hero.
Oh, nice.
Fabulous.
He liked it.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, I've been listening to these guys for a few years.
Shame on you for not bringing it to
didn't
our
bother
attention.
to say a fucking word to me about it.
And do you want to fucking know why, jackass? Because of the fucking bullshit the person has to put up with anytime you bring a new unknown band to Rob. He shits all over it before he even fucking listens to 60 seconds of it.
You sound like you at all.
That for 30 fucking years, and that's why. That's fucking why. So,
Erroneous.
no,
Erroneous.
it's not
Erroneous
fucking-
on both
Shannon,
counts.
I know you're there, Shannon. Fucking help me out.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, because
Well, and I think too, because
chastise for listening to something fucking new, something that's good, right? So,
the three of us do appreciate other things, I think I'll do a
That's
pretty
it. I
reckless
mean, and that's
triple
it
track
more
at
than
some stage.
anything. And I'd have never pegged Darren as that kind of music fan. Not Ghost. I'm just saying the lighter side of stuff, because when I met him, all we knew was, hair metal, classic rock, and we never really sat and listened. And we lived together, for Christ's sakes. We didn't sit and listen to pop music or ABBA or anything like that. It was all hair metal all the time. So I had no idea that his taste went further.
yeah, but I was always upfront with the stuff that really got me as a kid, right? And I've said it before.
Well,
Journey,
I knew how much you loved Islands in the Stream.
yeah, fuck
but
you. Journey and Air Supply, right? Nowhere close to hair metal.
Yeah, but do you realize the level of a beating we would have caught being open Air
Yes.
Supply fans?
But I also,
Funny
always
story about that.
I always liked ABBA, Stars on 45.
Yeah.
And Rick Springfield, like, again, I listened to a lot of pop because that's the only shit that we got played on.
Rick Springfield was my
radio
second
stations.
concert of all time. I absolutely have always loved Rick Springfield. What's your story on Air Supply there?
Well, I had a secret love affair with Air Supply. I mean, they're an Aussie band, obviously, and so I liked all their ballads, even when I was into my metal stuff.
The fucking harmony those two guys had, right? I mean, so
well, we went to see them in concert in 2010. Me and my missus at the time, so I would have been, 45. So I thought I was in the the age bracket. The whole crowd was about 70, 75.
They were just here in town about a month ago, and I would have gone to see them if they didn't want like $150 a ticket.
Well, everyone was coming in with walkers and carers.
Like a year ago, I saw a video of them live from probably the 20 teens somewhere and doing All Out of Love, and they were fucking fantastic. Then fast forward when I'm thinking, hell yeah, man, if these guys go on a casino tour or something, they did it again like a couple years ago. And luckily, Sebastian Bach, for whatever reason, was there to help them sing the song. With all respect, he was very classy about his performance, his vocals and everything, but they were struggling by then. So,
yeah, I mean, I
don't
even know how old
I've
they
seen,
are. They got to be pushing 80s, right? I mean,
I've seen some things lately where there is some suggestion that the smaller guy might be lip syncing now.
could be, but because he looked like the one that was having the most problem. They were both golden like 10 years ago live. It was amazing. I mean, they looked old and everything, but they still sounded amazing. And it wasn't lip synced because I could clearly hear it was live. But that next performance a few years later was kind of rough.
His voice back in his day was golden.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
The notes he could hit.
You know, Styx was another band that I liked growing up. I mean, and I admittedly, I don't think I ever owned a whole album from them. But they, you know, we did one of their albums for the show. I don't know,
the Grand Illusion
months ago or whatever it was. It seems like
that was terrible album.
Well, like I said, I don't think I ever owned a whole album of theirs as a kid, and I've learned over the years I like their hits, but they don't have very many deep tracks. I mean, it's not something where you'd buy an album and I would like the whole damn thing, but their hits were fucking good.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a lot of Styx fans didn't like the Kilroy Was Here.
Yeah,
Mr. Roboto on it, but it's not a
tore the band apart too. I mean,
I don't know anything about the album, but I'll be the first. I'll be the first to admit I loved the video and the song for Mr. Roboto when it came out.
Oh, so did I.
I mean, but I didn't have any allegiance to Styx at that time. The only thing I was familiar with, because also on Night Flight and MTV, was the video for Too Much Time on My Hands, which is a hilarious video of the guy with the beard backing on chicks. Great fucking song. And of course, everybody knew Renegade. But other than that, I all I knew was like Lady and the horrible ballads that I didn't care for.
You didn't like Babe?
No, God, no. Fuck.
It's a great song.
To me, hearing that guy left the band meant nothing but good possibilities because I never liked much he did ever.
Do you guys like Boz Skaggs?
I don't know a whole lot.
I know the name. What does he sing?
Silk Degrees is a great album. Low Down, Lido.
Lido's a great fucking song.
Yes, Lido's a great song.
That's off Silk Degrees. It's a great album.
38 Special has a brand new album out.
Same guys?
As far as I know.
Have they learned new chords?
Probably not, but I mean,
I'm not going to shit on them, man, because in the 80s, man, I would say 38 Special, Loverboy, Rick Springfield. I mean, those guys were the fucking shit, man. They had all the hits, all the fucking rockin' stuff that the chicks and the guys liked. So yeah, I'm open to any of that. We did a Journey album. Now I can't speak to what the greatest Journey albums are. I was under the impression, since every Journey song that's ever been on the radio is amazing, that their albums had to be, 1 through 10 of amazing songs. I found out quickly that was far from the case. But I don't know yet about REO Speedwagon and these bands because I've never heard anything other than what's on the radio from these bands.
We'll be doing an REO Speedwagon.
Okay.
I quite like them.
Yeah, I like REO.
Other than the fact that apparently the lead singer is a colossal douchebag to his bandmates now.
There's a lot of colossal douchebags out there, though.
I did see them live while we lived in Arizona. They opened for Chicago.
See, they're another band. Don't know much of them except for their hits, and I like their hits.
I love Peter Cetera, but the stuff pre-80s, man, it was like jazz meets something. It was not my type of thing.
Yeah.
I loved his Glory of Love when he did it.
Oh, Jesus. To me,
Satara?
my
Yes.
favorite song he ever did, I think it was with Chicago, not on his own, is that Love Me Tomorrow.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. That's got so much
Satara
build
was
and
with
power.
the band back then. I mean, Satara was with the band for a long time, but
But he
didn't
wasn't
start
a singer,
singing.
right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
So, but I'll tell you what, I mean, as a person who played the saxophone since the 5th grade, I like horns. And Chicago was another, and yes, granted, most of the, I said horns, not dicks, Dave.
We both started chuckling like a child at the same time.
There's
Not
a lot of
dicks,
maturity
Dave.
on this panel.
Okay, settle down there, reach around. All right. So, and Chicago, around Chicago, the album Chicago 15, Chicago 16, those, I mean, I know Satara sang on 16. I'm not sure about 15. That's when I listened to them a lot more. But this show, and I won the tickets from a radio station in Phoenix. And then, so I don't think I would have paid to go to see this concert, but since I won the tickets, but Chicago played their first album. I think it was their first one, start to finish. It was the one that they won so many awards for when it first came out. And I tell you what, and then
you're the inspiration and all that, the mega hits.
No, they played those after.
Okay.
So they played their first album start to finish, and then they played the hits, but like 25 6-4 was one of the songs that they played.
Somebody explained to me, it's a great song, but what the fuck does that title mean?
So when they were writing the album, they were up late. And as you can attest, you and I stayed up late many nights trying to write songs, right?
Yeah.
So somebody asked what time it was, and the response was it's 25 or 6-4. Meaning 25 minutes or 26 minutes to 4.
Oh, okay.
It's a time, 25 or 6-4.
I was going to say, obviously, they used a lot more imagination on their song titles than they did their album titles.
Yes.
Did they really have that many albums that they got at 15 and 16?
Well, Satara didn't start singing until at least 16, maybe 15.
Holy shit. Were they putting like Kiss a couple a year, or did they go back to the 60s?
Well, their first few albums, I think, came out under the band name Chicago Transit Authority. And then they shortened it to Chicago at some point.
Okay, so we got to do Chicago music because I know nothing about this. This is fucking cool.
And
Amber
was not impressed. I mean, Amber did not really enjoy the first part of the Chicago.
It's a lot of horns, though, ain't it?
It is, but
yeah,
I tell you what. So they had their original lead singer back. Holy shit, he sounded so fucking good. Powerful vocals. It was absolutely amazing.
So was this a switch out of necessity because someone left or got fired, or because one of these bands I had heard? Maybe it was Journey, where the singer, who was really good, I think was the keyboardist, they just weren't getting the appeal. So they switched to, I think, Steve Perry.
Right. So it was actually I can't remember what the name of the singer was. Because I know at one point the singer, Robert Fleshman? Singer.
Seriously?
He was the singer for Journey at one point. And he was
really?
the one that Vinnie Vincent's Invasion, right?
Yeah. Jesus.
But I think that was after. I think he was the singer after. Why can't you just said his name?
The keyboard guy, right?
No, the guy who replaced him.
Oh, Steve Perry.
Yes. So it was after Perry, before Steve Augeri, and the guy who's with him now.
So what happened with Chicago? Was that original singer fired or just replaced?
No, I don't think he actually left the band. I think they wanted to go with a more poppy sound.
Because this happened a lot in the 70s, right? Look at Genesis with what Peter Gabriel was the original singer, but every hit I know from Genesis was Phil Collins.
Yeah, because they were very proggy back in the 70s.
Okay. So they weren't
anything you'd heard on the radio would have been 8 minutes at least. So.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So Phil definitely pushed them into a more of a poppy sound.
And again, was that Peter Gabriel just wanting to go out and do Sledgehammer?
Yeah, he just wanted to go out and do his own stuff. So there was no animosity when he left. It was just,
and I liked his. I guess I could never attest to the fact that I've heard him sing for Genesis, but I liked what he did as a solo artist, Peter Gabriel, at least in the 80s. Big Time and Sledgehammer. I mean, the videos were beyond fucking whacked.
Don't give up with Kate Bush.
Why don't?
Yeah,
they don't even. Yep. Oh, and say that's the current. Hot. So I'm trying to find. So Cetera was with the band since so he started in 1967 with the original group.
Really?
And yes, he was with the band. So he bass, lead, and backing vocals, and occasional guitar. So he must have started out as their bass player.
Can you imagine having that voice and you're fucking stuck as a backup singer?
Right.
I mean, for all the praise Steve Perry gets for being the voice of the 80s, and rightfully so, Cetera was right there fucking with it.
Yeah.
Ace really had to put up with it.
Robert Lamb is the guy who sings on 25 or 6 to 4, right? So he didn't leave.
So that isn't Cetera. Okay.
No, it's not. It's Robert Lamb, and he never left the band.
Had a very similar voice.
Very
on that song at least.
But he's never left the band either, and so at one point they just looks like they decided. Like, I don't know the whole history here. Thank you, but I'm assuming that they just decided to go with a more poppy sound, and they went with Cetera over Lamb.
Well, what a brilliant decision that was. Sorry to all you diehard original Chicagoan fans, but Chicago became the biggest fucking band there was for a while in the fucking early 80s.
Sorry, hard to say. I'm sorry, and
you're the inspiration. I mean, it was just, and then Cetera goes off and has hit after hit, Gloria Love, and all this shit. I mean, my God. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So this has been fucking refreshing. Not everything revolves around fucking metal and hard rock. In fact, most of my influential years, and by that I say when you're a sponge, right? You're young, 5, 6, 7 years old. I was listening to stuff like this and whatever mom had on and whatever Ray would put on. Ray was into like the Stars on 45 and even the Disco Duck and all the novelty stuff. I listened and loved all that stuff while being a Kiss fan, but it was never Kiss and then whatever is in Kiss's fucking genre. No. It was Kiss, and then everything else was pop, 50s, 60s. The rest of the realm of hard rock never even came into my knowledge base till junior high, and that's because the freak shows I started hanging out with were all into that heavier stuff.
Yeah, you and all the other loads, right?
Yeah.
I was to say that the first record I ever bought was a single in 1972, which was Little Willie by Sweet.
See, I didn't know Little Willie until me and Darren started doing DJ dances for my brother's workplace.
So I don't think that was released in the States until a few years later.
We were both, me and Darren, very late. Sweet was well done by the time we really had any fandom at all. All I knew as a kid, because it was on the radio all the time, was Fox on the Run. And I loved the fucking song. I loved the keyboard intro. But it wasn't until I started doing, helping my uncle with his contracting business, hanging sheetrock and shit. And he was always playing, an old recorded cassette of Desolation Boulevard that I started knowing that stuff. And then I think me and Darren started listening to Desolation while we'd cruise around. But I can't speak for Darren. I never went. The internet was just coming into its own. So I, as much as we love Desolation Boulevard, it never occurred to me, what's the rest of the catalog like? That didn't happen until maybe 10 years ago.
I mean, I had heard some of that stuff prior, but I wasn't a huge fan. At that time, I wasn't a huge fan of their more bubblegum stuff, right? But yeah, I remember, I always liked Fox on the Run and, God, what was the other big hit?
Ballroom Blitz.
Ballroom Blitz.
I liked 16. Those. And so at the time, I was working at Budget Music and Video. And I bought Desolation Boulevard at work. And I never got that fucking cassette back until Rob finally probably broke it. But yes, we would fucking cruise around and listen to that. But I mean, and that's like it wasn't until I bought that where I heard No You Don't in the 16s and AC/DC, fucking songs I still love to this fucking day. And it's like, holy shit. And again, how do you get the rest of their fucking catalog, right? Where do you
like
find
I said, maybe even less than 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, because I'd sit all the time and just go down rabbit holes on YouTube when I was bored. I'd listen to something from the 70s, and then the next suggested video, I'd go to that. It's how I discovered Smokey and half of these fucking bands I would have never heard of. So within the last 5 to 10 years, I was in shock when I come across things like Peppermint Twist and the lighter side, the bubblegum side is sweet. But I will say things like fucking Papa Joe and Papa Joe especially is one of the greatest songs I've ever fucking heard. The steel drums with the progressively higher choruses at the end. I love most of their bubblegum stuff as much, if not more than their harder stuff. What?
Wigwam Bam.
I love Wigwam, man. I played the shit out of that. My wife can attest to it, probably for a half a year. It went in my car. It was on my computer. It was on YouTube when I'd sit at the TV constantly because I like watching goddamn Priest in that stupid headdress making all his goofy facial expressions. He just cracked me up. I just fucking fell in love with everything they ever did. So.
Yeah, we got so in 1972 in Australia they released, it was called The Sweet's Biggest Hits, which had Wigwam Bam, Little Willie, Coco, Papa Joe, Funny Funny, all great music. Alexander Graham Bell, I don't know if you know that one.
Yeah, yep, I know Alexander. Well, there are two that I absolutely love, and I'm having a hard time placing the names. Go ahead and tell your story. I'll check quick.
Yeah, so I mean, because in Australia they were just super huge because we were definitely more influenced at that stage by British rock than we were American rock. So, we had American stuff, but not like we did the British stuff. So definitely that influence. And, bands like Smokey, all their stuff was written by Chin and Chapman as well, which are the guys that did Sweet. And they also wrote all of Susie Quattro's stuff. So they were a bit of a hit-making machine in England at the time.
Okay,
But
so
I like
one of
Smokey,
my absolutely love is Funny Funny.
Yeah, I love that song.
Absolutely love that song. And the other one is, where the hell is it? It will come to me. It's around that same type of sound. Come on.
Spotlight?
No. Let's see. Where's their... I got so many greatest hits albums that I don't know if they were bootlegs or if they actually put this many out. Hits,
yeah, well,
A's and B sides of hits and all that stuff.
Well, I said some of their B sides were better than some of the A sides because that's where you get a lot of their own pen songs on that you didn't get on albums. But they didn't do a lot of albums. They were really just a singles band back in the day.
Fever of Love. Fever of Love is the other one.
That's off the record.
Fever of Love is like
so that's the one that came out of after Give Us a Wink, which has one of my all-time favorite songs on, which is Windy City.
And I did find, I downloaded, actually I bought, I think it was off Amazon, Steve Priest's Precious Poems or something like that. And it's got a song on it. And whoever this guy is singing was fucking phenomenal. Could have been a hair metal singer. One of the most beautiful ballads I've ever heard, Sweet Dreams or Sweet Dream.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! There's like a live mashup video of it. By mashup, I mean it's their live performance with like the studio track put over it or whatever. But because it's one of the hardest bands to find any legitimate, watchable quality live recordings.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're too old, aren't they? So
yeah, but the stuff I have
in Germany, it's all right.
The stuff I have found, they nail every bit of that harmony on stage. And no, people, it's not backtracked like the new Sweet does.
Not back in the day.
It's because it's not identical, and sometimes it's a little off and whatever, but stuff that I've heard no other human beings able to pull off live.
Yeah, they were really good at it. A lot of people say Queen stole it from them. So,
well, if you watch a lot of the documentaries for Sweet, and I'm talking interviews from them when they were all, early 70s, from the early 70s. There was a whole big thing where they were supposed to get the push that Queen ultimately got. And before that push from the record company, Queen would come see them in nightclubs. And Freddie Mercury was just enamored with the harmonies, and you can see and hear every influence of Sweet in Queen's music.
And that's the problem. You want it's your dickhead, Darren. Oh, Darren, why do you do these things? Oh, Rob. Yeah, I was going to say it's probably criminal that the Sweet weren't bigger than they were.
What is really criminal to me is how much of an influence they were on everybody, including Led Zeppelin, including the New York Dolls, including Kiss, including all these people. And Dick knows.
That's what Darren sent me.
Oh, Christ. And not one of these fucking artists mentions or credits them, right? It's always the Beatles, it's always Led Zeppelin, it's always the New York Dolls or who. And clearly, in watching everything I've watched and then looking at the year the song was released and then looking at Ace Frehley copying his forearm fucking, bands right from fucking Steve Priest and Sweet. So much of this shit was ripped off. Motley Crue ripping off to the T, an actual entire opening, riff. And you never hear any of these bands, Kiss included, ever even mention Sweet when they're talking about their influences, ever. And
I'm thinking, hear Gene Simmons once. Liars. I heard Gene Simmons once mention Sweet.
Really?
Yeah, and he actually said there probably wouldn't be a Kiss without Sweet.
Well, then that's an interview I would like to have, because I always hear the same old shit with Kiss, Beatles. If you're listening to fucking Paul, it's always Led Zeppelin, or what's that fucking ridiculous name band? Papa Murphy's Pizza or something. What the hell's that name? I forget the damn Humble Pie. All this crap that is absolutely unlistenable. And I'm thinking, motherfucker, you ripped off Sweet 6 Ways a Sunday from your guitar sounds, your drum riffs, Peter Criss's big gong that he had all of 19 or whatever year in the 70s for Alive 2. Fucking goddamn Sweet was doing that back in 71.
Queen took it as well.
Yeah. And nobody ever mentions them in the same breath with their influences of Zeppelin and the Beatles. I'm thinking, you're all a bunch of fucking assholes. It ain't bad enough this band got ripped off 6 Ways a Sunday back then. Now you won't even fucking give them credit for being an influence.
It's true. I see, people do, best drummers 70s. Mick Tucker's never mentioned it.
No, and Tucker was a fucking phenomenal drummer. Way ahead of his time. Doing all the crap that we didn't see really come to light as far as drummer theatrics till the 80s. This band was light years ahead of their time. Everybody borrowed or stole from them, and nobody credits them, and it's just criminal, like you said.
We'll do a Sweet live one soon, because I've got some of that one they did live in Germany for a music show.
So there we go. We gave tribute to Ghost in a video I hope is one of many to come, and which we covered all kinds of other great music in the discussion. So yes, 3 of us at least, brothers, have roots that span out way further than heavy metal. And come hell or high water, it will all be represented on this channel in some form or another of panelists, and hope you enjoy it. Of course, props to Darren for admitting his love for horns.
And giving me a dick on my face.
Yeah, and showing us all that Dave is a dick nose. So yeah, there we go. And what do we got next? Tuesday, right? Tuesday's the battle.
Yes, Tuesday's the battle.
Okay. So until Tuesday, see y'all later.
Rise, rise, rise.